The myths are over. This is the story of the brutal meat grinder of the Roman Empire. I'll show the full life of a Roman gladiator. This isn't sport, it's a business built on blood. You weren't born in silk, you were born on a wolf pelt. Gaul, a land where only those who don't freeze or cry survive. Your toys aren't dolls, your father hands you a small bow and a knife. Childhood ends before it even begins. At 10, you kill your first wolf, warm blood on your hands. You're not a child anymore, you're a predator. Your youth is cut short. Gold glints on the horizon, Roman eagles, legions coming to burn your world to the ground. You fought bravely, but your sword snapped on a Roman shield, a pommel to the temple. Darkness, freedom is dead. You wake up in a collar, now your property, driven to Rome like livestock. Thousands of miles under the blazing sun. Rome, the eternal city. You're stunned. The Colosseum towers like a mountain of marble. You're dust at its feet. A market where people are sold. They judge you like a horse. Check your teeth, squeeze your muscles. Your body is an investment. At the gladiator school, pain greets you first. Red-hot iron. Now your owner's brand is burned into your skin. Your room is an infographic of comfort. 3 square meters, straw with bugs, and a bucket. A suite for you. Think you'll be eating steak? Nope, you're a hortieris, a barley man. Porridge, beans, cheap fat. Why porridge? To gain fat. A layer of fat protects the arteries from cuts. Six-pack abs are a myth. After training, you drink in the hall. Water with plant ashes. Ancient energy drink for strong bones. Nasty. They don't trust you with steel yet. You swing a rudis, a wooden sword twice as heavy as real metal. Your only friend is a wooden post. You strike it 1,000 times a day until your arms wither. A few monotonous years will pass, and you are ready. The gladius is a short sword. You do not swing it, you thrust with it like a needle. One motion and your enemy's guts spill onto the sand. Your helmet weighs 4 kilograms of bronze. Visibility is 0. You see the world through tiny holes and hear nothing but your own breathing. Your right arm is your life. You put on the manica, armor made of cloth and leather, shaped like an insect's limb. The scudum, a shield weighing 10 kilograms. It's not just protection, its edge can break a nose or knock out teeth. Your gear costs a fortune. If you die, the lanista loses money. You are a walking bag of gold. Are you big? You'll be a murmillo. Fish on your helmet, a huge shield. Your tactic? Be a turtle and wait for a mistake. Are you fierce and fast? You'll be a Thracian, a small shield and a curved sika to reach your enemy from behind. Sneaky but effective. The most disgraceful class, the Retiarius. No helmet, no shield. Only a net and a trident. Everyone hates you. Secutor, designed to fight the Retiarius. A smooth, egg-shaped helmet so the net slides off. You see nothing and sweat like a pig. Fights are not random. The lanista pairs them. Tank versus killer. Fisherman versus fish. Boring fights. A loss for the purse. Your god is the editor, sponsor of the games, a politician who buys voters' loyalty with your blood. You are a star. On the walls they write, Trax, master of girls' hearts. Your sweat is sold as perfume, a vile thing. Cena Libera, the pre-fight dinner. Eat meat, drink wine, players walk around, feel your biceps and place bets. Do you have a wife and children? Slaves are forbidden to family, but you ask a friend to give them a coin if you don't return. Fight morning. They rub you with olive oil so you shine in the sun and your enemy's weapons slip off. You're a slippery guy. The solemn pompa, the opening parade. You march in rented golden armor. Music plays, the crowd roars, the show begins. Go! The parade is over. You're in the tunnel, your exit. Your heart pounds in your ribs. Ahead, a blinding light and 50,000 thirsty spectators. The arena, sand. It's here to soak up blood so the rich sandals of the judges don't slip on your guts. The referee, the summer rudis, an old veteran with a stick. If you fight boringly, he will smack you across the spine. First, the Prelucio, a fight with wooden weapons as a prelude. The crowd whistles. They don't want sport, they want meat. The trumpet sounds. The wooden weapons are taken away. You are given a razor-sharp gladius. No more jokes. Now it's serious. The first strike. Shield against shield. Your teeth clatter. This isn't training. Your enemy really wants to win. The 3 minutes into the fight. You're gasping for air. The helmet presses down. The shield weighs a ton. Your lungs burn. And the crowd demands pace. Your leg burns. Blood on the sand shines bright red like paint. The crowd screams with delight. You miss a shield strike. You're on the ground, the sword at your throat. You raise a finger. Missio. I surrender. The referee looks at the sponsor at the crowd, but the lanista whispers, don't kill him, he's worth 5,000. It's economics. The crowd shouts, Missio, let him go. The sponsor hides his thumb in his fist. You live, not out of mercy, but greed. You leave through the gates of life, head bowed. You've lost. The spectators whistle. You've let down their excitement. The doctor stitches the wound. Anesthesia, a rag between your teeth. Endure it. The needle is as thick as a nail. You scream into the cloth. The lanista shoves the medical bill in your face. You'll work off every coin or I'll sell you to the mines. Why did you lose? You ran out of breath. You've got muscles, no endurance. Now you run with stones until you throw up. A fair fight is for fools. The trainer teaches you dirty tricks. Throw sand in the eyes, smash the groin with your shield, survive. A weak neck, the end. You train your neck, holding weight with your teeth. Now you look like a bull. Second fight, your opponent, a retiarius, a fisherman with a net. He's fast, but naked. You must catch him. He throws the net, you're tangled. He drags you like a fish. The trident flies toward your throat. Panic! But you're ready. You pull a hidden dagger and slice the net. The fisherman is stunned. Now he's unarmed. A shield strike. The fisherman is on the sand. You stand over him. Adrenaline slams into your head. The crowd roars your name. You look at the sponsor. The crowd screams, Paulus Verso, kill him. The retiarius fought badly. He won't live. You don't hack like a butcher. You're a professional. You drive the sword down from above, through the collarbone, into the heart, quick. Servants in Karen masks drag the corpse away with hooks. You don't look. Today it's him, tomorrow it's you. They give you a palm branch and a tray of money, but your share is only a few coins. Now you bring profit. Yesterday you were nobody. Today noble women pay to spend the night with you. The hero's sweat is an aphrodisiac. The lanista is pleased. Meat appears in your bowl. You no longer eat nothing but porridge. You are a valuable asset. But money isn't the main thing. You dream of the rudest, the wooden sword of freedom. If you win enough times, they will set you free. You're the elite, and then there are the bestiary, those who fight lions. They live shorter than flies. You despise them. 10 fights, 10 victories. You no longer shake in the tunnel.
Scared.
Killing has become a job, like laying bricks. You make the greatest mistake. You make a friend, a Celt from the next cell. You share bread and ointment. You train together, cover each other's backs. You're a perfect team. You start to believe you'll both survive. The lanista sees your friendship and sees drama for the show. Poster, brother against brother, a deadly fight. You're in the arena. The crowd screams with delight. Your friend whispers, kill me fast, or I'll kill you. Nothing personal. A strike. You're faster. Your sword goes into his heart. He collapses into your arms. You won, but something inside you died. No more friends. You've become an ice-cold killing machine. You don't talk, you don't laugh. You just wait for the next fight. Sometimes fights turn into a circus. In Nabates, they put a helmet on you with no holes. You fight blind for the crowd's amusement. Women gladiators, gladiatrix. Rare and exotic. They fight more fiercely than men. Sponsors pay triple for it. You're hired for a private party. A rich man wants you to kill someone right at his table while he eats grapes. The lanista whispers, today you fall in the 5th minute. You won't die. It has to be that way. Fixed matches are normal. You learn to die beautifully. A burst of blood from a bladder in your mouth. Moans. Collapse. The crowd believes it. The bets pay off. You're promoted to the big leagues. Rome, the Colosseum. 50,000 spectators. An elevator lifts you from the underground onto the arena floor. Today, it's not the arena. Today, a Namakea, an artificial lake outside the city. Real ships ram each other. The water turns red. You're no sailor, you're nauseous. The deck is slippery in the red liquid. You lift your eyes to the imperial box. He is sitting there, the emperor, a man god. One word from him can save you or kill you. During the intermission, they release the animals, tigers, bears, elephants. You watch from behind the barrier. Let the hunters deal with them. Noon, time for executions. Criminals are fed to beasts or burned alive. The spectators eat lunch while watching. Appetizing. You bet all your money on yourself through a proxy. If you win, you'll buy your freedom. If you die, you won't need the money. You're premium, the school's first sword. You're the best, but every fight could be your last. Your luck is running out. You're 30 years old. By gladiator standards, you're ancient. Your joints creak louder than the gates of the Colosseum. Young recruits look at you not with respect, but with hunger. They're waiting for you to slip so they can take your place. At night, someone whispers the name Spartacus. The word is forbidden. For it, they could crucify the entire barracks. You cover your ears. There was a revolt in the neighboring school. They punished it with decimation, the execution of every 10th man. Their own killed their own. Lesson learned. A wealthy widow offers to buy you, make you her personal bodyguard, and more. A golden cage instead of an iron one. You refuse. You're a warrior, not a lapdog. The widow is furious. Now you have an enemy at court. During training, your knee gives out. Crack. You fall. Pain shoots through your leg. That's the sound of a career ending. The doctor says you're no longer a fighter. The Lanista looks at you like a broken tool. They want to write you off. You offer the Lanista a deal, one last grand fight. If you survive, freedom. If not, he gets the insurance. Your opponent is a new star, 18 years old, a mountain of muscle, not a single scar. That's you 10 years ago. You learn the Lanista has bet against you, a massive sum. He's waiting for your death. You're the sacrificial ram. You can't win with strength. Your knee hurts. You train dirty tricks, sand in the eyes, a strike to the throat, feints. The Colosseum is packed. The crowd chants the young man's name. To them, you're the past. You walk out to die. The fight begins. He's too fast. Strike, strike, strike. You barely manage to block with your shield. Your knee burns with fire. He knocks you down. You're on your back. Your sword is gone. The Lanista is already celebrating in the stands, but you haven't given up. Your hand grabs sand. You throw it straight into his eyes beneath the helmet. The young fighter is blinded for a second. You sweep his legs out from under him. Use your helmet like a knuckle duster, a blow to the temple. The young fighter drops unconscious. You stand over him. The Lanista is horrified. He's lost money. The crowd is furious. Their favorite has been beaten. They shout, "Kill him!" You don't. You look to the Emperor, waiting for the Rudis, the sword of freedom, but the Emperor merely nods. Well done. No Rudis. You've won. You're rich, but still a slave. The Lanista congratulates you through clenched teeth. You understand. They will never let you go. If they won't let you leave as a hero, you'll become a villain. You start taunting the crowd, spitting at the spectators. They love it. At noon, you moonlight as an executioner, chopping off criminals' heads. Easy money, but your soul turns completely black. The pain in your knee won't let you sleep. You buy poppy tears, opium, the only way to forget in this hell. To entertain the crowd, they put you on a chariot in a city areas. You don't know how to drive horses. It's suicide. A turn, the wheel breaks. You fly into the sand. The horses trample your chariot. You're alive by a miracle, but covered in bruises. Is the shield too heavy for your old arm? Take 2 swords, a Democarius. No defense, only attack, a meat grinder. The wound in your leg festers. The doctor brings fly larvae. They eat the rotten flesh, leaving the living, ticklish and disgusting. After the fight, a fan breaks through to you. He cuts off a piece of your tunic as a souvenir. You almost kill him on reflex. You return to the wealthy widow, not for love, but for a plan. She can smuggle what's forbidden, a file. Every night you saw through a chain link, millimeter by millimeter. By day, you smear the cut with dirt and bread. You bribe a guard, not with gold, but with a promise. When I escape, I'll tell you where a hidden treasure is. A lie, but he believes it. A new show, a wooden bridge over a pit of spikes. The task is to knock all your enemies off. King of the Hill, Death Edition. It's the Emperor's birthday, 100 days of games. This is your chance. In the chaos of celebration, the guards will be drunk. The 10th day of the games, you fight every day. You sleep standing up. You kill on autopilot. You've turned into a zombie. A scratch gets infected. Your leg turns black. The stench of rot. The doctor heats an iron. It has to be cauterized, or we cut it off. The smell of your own burning flesh. You'll never forget it. You pass out from the pain. You wake up, alive, and you understand the next fight will be the last. Either you escape or you die. There is no third option. You don't pray to Jupiter. You pray to Nemesis, the goddess of revenge. Let me kill the Lanista before I die. Final day. The Lanista has declared us rebels. This isn't a fight, it's an execution. They send in the Praetorian Guard, ordered to wipe out the school. The gates open. You snap the sawn through chain. Clang, you're free of your shackles, but surrounded by enemies. Time to die. You don't strike the Praetorians. You hurl your sword into the stands, straight into the Lanista's fat belly. Chaos, the crowd shrieks. The guard is stunned, but they're professionals. The shield wall closes in. You're unarmed, a chunk of chain in your hands against Rome's elite. You won't survive, but you'll take them with you. You choke a centurion with the chain, the crunch of his neck, the best sound of your life. 3 spears at once, chest, stomach, leg. You drop to your knees. The pain fades, only cold remains. You look at the sky, no bars there. For the first time in 10 years, you die a free man. Darkness. Your body is dragged with hooks into the spoliarium, the room of death. They strip off the armor. You're just a piece of meat again. The sum of your life? Statistics. Fights fought? 42. Victories? 41. Defeats? 1. Survival rate? 0%. Enemies killed, 18 men. Animals killed, 5. Friends betrayed, 1. Conscience sold. Finances, earned for the Lanista, 500,000 sesterces. Your share, 50 coins, spent on wine and girls. Your body is covered in scars, 15 broken bones, 6 teeth knocked out. You died an old man at 30, your organism worn down 100%. Your body won't go to waste. A Greek doctor will cut you open to study anatomy. You will serve science, even in death. After the autopsy, into the pit. The Perticulus, a mass grave for servants and beggars. No monument, just a rotting heap. Legacy. What's left of you? A scribble on a brothel wall. Trax was here. He made the girls moan. 2,000 years later, archaeologists will find your skull. A 30-year-old man, multiple injuries, a barley-based diet. They'll make a movie about you. You'll be handsome, white-toothed, a freedom fighter, a beautiful lie for descendants. But you know the truth. You weren't a hero. You were meat for the crowd, a victim they applauded. And you're sitting in an office, paying a mortgage and loans. You're a gladiator too. Your arena is Excel, and your Lanista is your boss. So who's tougher, a Roman gladiator or a Japanese samurai? We pitted them against each other in a simulation. You'll be shocked when you find out. Want to know the truth about Vikings, knights, and special forces? Subscribe to the channel. We dig where others fear to go. You think a thumbs down meant death? Hollywood got it wrong. In Rome, a thumbs up meant unsheath the sword. Death? You think someone died in every fight? No, gladiators were too expensive. In 90% of fights, the referees stopped the combat before anyone died. The Colosseum didn't smell like roses. It stank of blood, feces, urine, and animal dung. To stop the spectators from vomiting, they sprayed saffron perfume. The emperor was a psychopath. Commodus. He went into the arena and killed ostriches, giraffes. He thought he was Hercules, an idiot. Many killed themselves before a fight. One German shoved his head into a wagon wheel to snap his own neck. Better death than the shame of the arena. You think we've changed? Look at an MMA or football stadium. The same crowd, the same screams, just a little less blood. If you lived back then, who would you be? A gladiator in the sand or a fat spectator chewing bread and demanding blood? In the next episode, rum and fun? No. Scurvy, rotting teeth, and a leg amputated with a rusty saw and no anesthesia. Real pirates. Or the trench hell of 1916. Gas, rats the size of dogs, and hand-to-hand fighting with an entrenching tool. The birth of modern warfare. History is written in blood. We show every drop. Subscribe to the channel and don't miss your battle.